I would like to welcome you all to the session EITR. Dr. Zebra, we have a new attendee this week. They're not sure if they were right for our group, but Sparky is in the room. I will let you describe the rules, introduce the other participants in this session, and each of you find joy in your day. Dr. Zebra.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm so happy to see everyone here today. I noticed that we have two of our members who are absent, and they did let me know ahead of time that they would not be here, which is one of the rules. And I see that we have a new guest today auditing the therapy session just to see what this is all about. And so we'll meet her as well. So Reginald the giraffe is not attending, and neither is Donnie the donkey. Ernie, are you all right? You look a little...
Oh, no, I'm not.
What's going on?
Well, my whole reason I look forward all week. And I come here and you just take away my... It's like you break my heart. First thing you say, why do I come to therapy to get brokenhearted?
Yes, I'm so sorry for your loss.
I mean, what do I do without Donnie? Who's going to understand me? Donnie is the only one that gets me. And Reginald kind of gets me because we're from the same place, but now really, but, you know, we understand the whole bush, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry. When Donnie told me he was not going to make it, I knew that this would be a difficult time for you. And we all understand that difficulty. And so I'm just going to give you a little bit of space to just work through your emotions and sit with your sadness for a little bit. And I'm going to turn my attention over to our guest, if that's okay. Hi. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Sparky.
Hi. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where do you come from? What makes you think therapy might be a good choice for you?
Not a donkey.
Well, I like to learn things. I want to know more and more and more about things. And I don't get out of my cave very often. Mom says it's not safe outside. So I don't know. This was how I could find more about people and animals in the world.
Can I ask how old you are, Sparky?
I'm only 100.
Only 100.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got a lot of time to grow up still then.
Yeah.
For a dragon. Well, I'm so glad you're here. Do you get lonely in your cave?
Yeah, well, my parents are there, but yeah, I'm not very. I haven't met any other dragons my age.
Sure,
I do a lot of homeschooling.
Oh, you do homeschooling with your mom?
Yeah.
Nice. That's very nice. Well, it's interesting that you talk about that because today we are going to be talking about the topic of isolation and what we do to compensate when we feel like we are very alone. Does anybody want to jump in and talk about that? Do a little check-in. What do you do when you're feeling particularly alone?
Yep. Excuse me.
Yes. Hello.
Had quite enough of this blathering, this folderol.
Can you say more about that?
Yes.
Codswallop?
Yes. I know, I'm educated, I'm extremely educated, not homeschooled, best universities. Of course, I had to do it outside the windows, but still, it counts. There are no dragons anymore. Possibly a few thousand years ago, possibly dragons, but today, no dragons. That's all. All I have to say.
Okay, well, I think that the dragon that's sitting in the room might refute that. Hi, Ernie. What do you, or Tommy, hi. What do you have to say about that?
I'm directly descended from the dragons. So I like it. I like it. Because it's sort of my true form, I think. If I could be, what I should be, I'd be flying around, burning things up. Be great. Yeah. No shell. Burning things.
That'd be
fun.
great.
I'd love
And
to burn things. Yeah.
You, Tommy, you and she have, you're close to the same age. You only have 50 years on her.
Yeah, she's a kid.
Yes.
Little kid. Yeah.
Yeah, my parents, they're way older. They're so much older than me.
Probably, yeah. What, 1,000 years? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look at my scales. See them? See my scales? My scales are older than you. Yep.
Wow,
Yeah.
what does it feel like to be so old?
Horrible. Horrible. All you want to do all day, you just think about, I wonder what it's like to die. Just happy thoughts. Happy thoughts, yeah. I have them. I think of that. It's peaceful, pleasant, no shell.
That's a nice way to live with happy
Yeah, it
thoughts,
is.
isn't it?
I think so. People say, oh, that's why I'm here. Oh, you're so depressed. I ain't depressed. I'm realistic. Different. I mean, how long can one creature eat cabbage? That's what I asked you. Gets old.
I'm sure it does. Dolly, how are you doing today? Not impressed with the guest. Really? What's going on? Have you not met a dragon before? I'm just a little jealous of another being with wings. Now there's 2 of them. Yeah, that is kind of hard.
So you don't like me? Is that what you're saying, Dolly?
I have a hard time imagining what it would be like to fly.
All right. Well, it's great. It's great. You're missing out.
I've never
Most
been
creatures are
swimming.
missing out, right? Right? What's your name? You fake dragon. What are you?
Sparky.
What about fake?
Sparky, right? Because all dragons are named Sparky. If she was a real dragon, she'd have a name like Balthazar or something like that. An ancient name, but no, she's Sparky. Proves my point.
Dr.
Yes, flying is great. All of the creatures are beneath us that don't have the wings. That's all I'm saying. I think it also makes one more intelligent. Would you say, Sparky, that you are more intelligent than other creatures?
I don't know. I don't know very many other creatures.
Oh,
My parents are really, 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 really smart.
right. Well, makes sense. They have wings. Yeah, but they don't have feathers, do they? So there we are.
No, they don't have feathers.
Sparky,
Right,
do you fly often?
Only at night. I'm only allowed to fly at night because somebody might see me.
What's the point of flying at night? That's what I ask. Because you can't look down on people. You can't spit.
Well, I do look down, but I don't spit on them.
No, you should. They deserve it. People.
What would happen if you spit on people, Sparky?
I don't know. I never tried it.
Probably
I
burn
just
up.
use, I
wish
just
had
use my
acid.
fire for marshmallows.
If I had acid spit, better. Even better. Spitting acid. I'd love that.
I had to spend a lot of time with my parents teaching me to not spit because it's dangerous for other things.
Silly.
Oh,
Parochial.
sure. Of
Yes.
course.
No, use what you've got. Use it. Use it and be better than others. That's what I say.
Well, that's partial good advice, I think. Use
Right?
what
Of
you've
course
got.
it is. Doctor.
Ernie, I'm wondering, Ernie, how are you doing now that you've had some time to process the absence of Donnie? How are you
I
doing?
haven't processed it. I've had time to think about how horrible it is and how my life is just one old big nothing.
Well,
No
Ernie,
donkeys.
No, I know, no donkeys. And here's what I'm wondering. You know, the topic for the session today was isolation.
Yeah.
And it seems like your attempts at managing your isolation have been to reach out to Donnie. And today he's
Yeah.
not even here for you. So what else might you do to manage your sense of, oh, you're crying again? I'm
Well,
so
you just reminded me. You didn't have
yes.
to remind me how alone I am and
I
no
didn't think
Donnie.
you'd forgotten about it. I'm
No,
just
I will
pointing it
never
out.
forget about Donnie. Never. I think
Yeah.
about him all day, every day.
I know. I know. So what might you do to help manage your sense of isolation when Donnie is not here?
Do you think they'd give me a donkey from my enclosure? Maybe if there was a donkey in here, people
don't-
would probably like that. They stare at me. And if I had a donkey in here, they would stare at the elephant and the donkey and they would be happy. And
Yeah.
I would be happy. That would
Mm.
make me very happy. A donkey.
Do
Yeah.
do you think the donkey is your only solution?
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Because what else is great? What else can just run through the field with its stiff mane? And sorry, Tommy came in there. What?
Hey,
I
Tommy.
didn't come in. What are you doing? Oh, anyway, go. What were you saying, Ernie? Oh, well, what I was saying was, it just. I mean, what else is there like a donkey? Nothing. That's what there is. Nothing. Because donkeys are the bestest.
What's a donkey?
See, you don't even know? Oh, they're beautiful creatures. They run and they kick and they drink fresh water and they don't make it dirty. You know, you probably have the same problem I do when you drink the water, it gets all dirty. Well, not with your donkey. No, you just drink the fresh water and you go in grass and you don't ruin the grass. You just walk in it and you have your toes in it. Imagine that. And it's so green, so green. Oh, one can dream.
I think you are full of it, elephant. Well, Dolly,
it?
what's going on? What
Oh,
you're speaking up here? What's going on? That elephant has a perfect life, and all he does is whine.
I don't have a perfect life. I sit, it's dusty, and I just go all day, just do like this, and then I kick the dirt. And sometimes I blow water. It makes people happy. Doesn't make me happy. It's like that's my trick. That's my party trick. Invite the elephant, he'll blow water. Oh, what a great time.
You get to see people.
I do.
You get to see trees. You get to see the sky. You get water.
But
You have it made.
You're not supposed to, because you are in the ocean, right? You get to be in the ocean. And that's fun.
I used to be in the ocean.
Why aren't you
I
now?
used to live in the ocean.
Why aren't you now?
Boats would come by, filled with colors and music and sounds.
That
and
sounds
light.
fun. I'd
Did
like
sound fun.
Mm.
And they would pass by, and when I would jump up to see them, they would squeal and laugh and clap, and then they would
love
float
that.
away. And I followed them. And I saw a whole bunch of those people on the beach. And I thought, if I go visit them, they'll squeal and laugh.
Yeah,
and
they
clap.
probably would. Yeah.
But when I beached myself, they just pushed me back in the water.
Well,
And
yeah,
every
or
time
you would
do
die.
it, they would push me back in the water.
Yeah.
And they weren't squealing and clapping and laughing.
No.
Until the last time they brought me to a building, and now I swim in a little tiny pool with walls around me and a ceiling over me. And you, elephant, get to dance in the dirt and hang out with the people and
I
see
don't
if
hang
they
out
try.
with them. They look at me. They just look at me. I don't get to hang out. I don't get to go to parties with music or be around like boats of people. I don't get that. I get nasty people that stink and they stare at me and they eat. They eat gross things and they're annoying, and children. Oh, children. That's what I hear. I hear it all day long. And they're horrible,
So-
horrible things.
Ernie, I'm surprised. Usually you're very enthusiastic about the presence of people and your desire to have children play
Well,
with you like they do with the donkey.
maybe, but yeah, but if I was a donkey, I would love it because they could ride me. Now it's like nobody can ride me because I'm just too big and I might kill them. I'm sorry. I might kill things. You don't have that problem, Dolly. You're not afraid of killing things, are you?
No.
See?
So
Better life, better ocean. You get the whole ocean. You have all of it. You can go anywhere. You could go, and you don't need to take a boat. You could go to Canada.
Ernie, you sound interested in Canada. Is that someplace you'd still like to go?
Yeah, I could walk there if they let me. I heard about it once and I thought, I can walk to an enchanted land.
Sparky, where would you like to travel if you could?
I would love to go and see water. I've never seen water before that was big, just a little lake or river.
Yeah, and you probably make it dirty, don't you?
Mm, sometimes.
Yeah.
Dr. Wally, hi. You know, we've been checking in, and Dolly told us about her isolation in her tank, and Ernie has told us about his isolation in his enclosure, and Tommy has been isolated with his age and in his shell, and Sparky has told us now about her kind of isolation at home with just her parents. Can you tell us a little bit about your sense of isolation and how you manage it?
Well, I could, yes. You see, there are many other birds where I am, but they're just birds. They're stupid. They flap around, and most of them don't even realize we're enclosed. They don't even know. They just tweet, tweet, tweet all day long. Of course, I know how stupid they are. So, well, I mean, what's the point, really? You know, if you're isolated, what's the point? That's what I say. I need to be free. This is unjust. I think someone should bring the manager of the zoo immediately. I must talk to someone. I want to go all the way to the top, to the head of all zoos, and protest this.
What would your life be like if you were not in your enclosure?
Oh, I'd rule the world. That's pretty sure. I'd rule the world. They would see me for what I am, and they would put me in charge of everything, and I would be a beneficial ruler. People would look to me, and they would smile, and they would be very thankful for my leadership and my intelligence. I mean, I might poop on them, but then again, that's what I do. I mean, one needs to be pooped on, don't they?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but in past sessions, you have said that all people must die.
Oh, well, they must die too. Yes, they must die. But I think if I was in charge, I could hasten that, you see. And I think that would be good. I think people ultimately would be happy with that because they don't realize how miserable they are. Everyone's isolated. Everyone's enclosed. They think they're free. They're not free. No one's free. They don't even have wings. Of course, they're not free. So they would welcome death. I'm pretty sure. Yes. I mean, they haven't told me that, but I look at them and I know. I would welcome death. Yep.
Oh, Tommy, you would welcome death?
Oh yeah. Yep. I mean, what's it like? I don't even know. When I think about it, I mean, I would like to go to Biloxi first. That's a dream. But maybe I could die in Biloxi. That'd be pretty good, I think. I would, maybe I could die surrounded by naked women in Biloxi.
Sparky, I notice you tilted your head quite a bit at that. Did that surprise you to hear that?
Well, my parents say you should stay with people that are like you.
Yeah.
If a turtle was naked, wouldn't they die?
I know. That's why I like naked women, because they're naked, they don't die. And I like to witness that, because I dream of being naked. I'd like to just run free, no shell. If I could, guess what? Son'd kill me. Be pretty happy with that.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh,
my
I could
parents
live in your cave, though. I'd like to live in your cave naked. I could do that because we're relatives. I don't breathe fire, but I could learn. In fact, that might be a new skill set.
Maybe. My dad kind of likes to eat turtles.
Oh, well, I don't want to go there then. Eat turtles. That ain't right. Why would you eat a turtle?
Well, he just likes to cook them in the shell.
Have you tried cabbage? I mean, I hate it, but have you tried it? It's pretty good.
No.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I don't like vegetables.
Oh, so you're like a carnivore.
Yeah.
I dream of being a carnivore. Yeah, I look at other carnivores and say, that's the life for me. Eat things. Instead of hiding my shell, if I could eat things, if I could be a predator, oh, I like to be a predator. I mean, my whole life is just one big isolation. People think I'm a rock. That's fine. I mean, I do feel a certain connection with rocks.
Tommy, do you consider Sparky a predator?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I mean, she just told me she's a predator, so I'd like that, maybe. Yeah. I mean, you could cook your own meals. Yeah, and that would be a good meal. I mean, I guess you could heat me up in my shell, and it'd be like, what do they call them in France? The escargots. Could be like that. I mean, I ain't going to eat them, but people do.
Yeah.
I've heard about it. Charles Darwin used to do that. He used to eat them escargots. Thought he was all
Really?
fancy. Yeah.
Dr. Zebra, we have 2 minutes before our next session. Thank you.
Why do we have to go? I don't want to go.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware of time, and so we do have to wrap some things up. Sparky,
Why?
I would like to check in quickly and find out what your reactions are to this process. What did you think about it?
Oh, it's nice getting to talk to someone other than my parents.
Sure. Of
And
course.
I've never met to talk to any other animals before.
Are we all animals, though? Are you an animal? Or are you a mythical creature?
We're all persons here.
I'm not mythical.
You're
Fairly
kind
real.
of mythical from what I've read. And that's all I do. I read and I poop. And I scuffle.
I read. It's hard to get books, though. We have to be careful with them because they're flammable. But
Yeah, well, just don't breathe.
um,
Hold your breath.
but I do some online school, and my parents teach me most of the time. My dad knows everything, and so does my mom.
Oh.
So they're only they're the only ones I get to be around. I'd like to get to know some other animals. I'd like to make some friends that are my age.
Sure.
You're my age.
Okay. No, I'm not. That's Tommy. Yeah, I could come live with you. Yep, I'd be happy with that as long as your daddy doesn't cook me.
That's a good point.
Well,
Yeah.
he wouldn't if you
Cooking.
were a friend.
Oh, I could be your friend. I mean, I'm not real nice. I have to tell you that right up front. Not real nice. I've never really been nice to anyone. I mean, a tortoise, for God's sake. We don't really get warm and cozy. So, yeah, but I could do that. Or I could go be in Ernie's enclosure too, because I could be one of the rocks.
You could fit right in.
Yeah,
Oh,
that would
boy.
be great if
Oh,
you want to
boy.
come and be a rock with me.
Well, I'm aware of time. I think next week, perhaps we should talk about the topic of friendship and what that means to you. Oh, Ernie, I know, I see your face. I think we'll have a valuable conversation next week on the topic.
Will Donnie be here?
I'm hopeful Donnie will be here.
Because
Thank you, everyone, for coming. I've
I'm
enjoyed
sorry
it.
about your friend not being here.
yeah, if Donnie's here, I'll have a friend, so I could talk about my friendship with Donnie.
Yes.
Maybe we'll hang out.
Maybe. Well, let's talk next week. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye. Nice meeting
Bye.
you.
I'll go back to scuffling around.
End scene. Oh my gosh.
What?